Broadcasting live from Camp Johnson Road in Monrovia. This is News Today. With me, Zach Totia Mashiman, the headline. The Ministry of Mines and Energy launches what it calls a special mineral task force to curtail illegal mining activities in the country. 20-footed gas tanker got fire along Somalia Drive, destroys properties. And away from Liberia, for the second time in 4 months, Zimbabwe authorities raise price of fuel. Those plus more come here for you. Keep watching. This is News Today. The Ministry of Mines and Energy has launched what it calls a special mineral task force as a means of curtailing illegal mining activities in the country. According to Minister Jocelyn Murray, the special mineral task force is a joint initiative with the Ministry of Justice for monitoring and enforcing mineral laws across Liberia. Speaking at the House of Representatives Tuesday session, Minister Murray noted that the sector can contribute highly to the revenue generation if secured to the fullest.
The Class C operators are allowed to use perhaps only a water pump to dewater their pits and harness their minerals. Nowadays we see yellow machines, we see excavators, we see dozers. And worst of all, now we see dredges on our river systems. Sometimes one river may have about 40 dredges. Currently, this syndicate seems to be supported mainly by our brothers in the sub-region, the Ghanaians, some Malians, some Arabs, who collude with the local inhabitants to mine illegally. The Ministry of Mines and Energy has the statutory mandate and functions to administer the mineral law. We do not have enforcement authority, we do not have enforcement mechanisms. We rely on the Ministry of Justice to help us implement our work. Because of that, with the blessing of the President, we thought it fit to establish what we called a special mineral task force. That task force comprises a number of stakeholder institutions who we feel are very, very assistive in us conducting our functions. Why is this so? Because this wave of illicit mining has economic, social, and security implications. We understand some of these mining dissidents in terms of social degradation. Depicts pornographic movies with our young girls. That is very, very disheartening. So we need cross-cutting interventions.
Meanwhile, the Mines and Energy Minister has stressed the need for additional budgetary allotment at the entity. Jocelyn Murray noted when part of the ministry in creating every necessary means of generating more government's revenue. The minister, however, expressed frustration over the reduction of their budget from 2.3 to 1.9 million, whereas the ministry has just generated 9 million.
It is no secret that the Ministry of Mines and Energy is severely under-resourced, and that is a major threat to us executing our mandate and functions. When I appeared last year for a budget hearing, we were advocating for at least $5 or $6 million on a $2.3 million core budget. They told us they were going to grow our budget to that figure. But guess what happened? Our budget was dropped from 2.3 million to 1.9 million. I just want to highlight, but in the interim, we're not sitting back lying down. Based on our expertise and based on our long-term experience in the sector, we, like I said earlier on, established the Special Mineral Task Force Committee. That committee was only seeking for $400,000 United States dollars to launch joint operations with the Ministry of Justice, with the LRA, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Labor, to go in there, identify the mining hotspots, the illicit mining hotspots, and nipple it in the bud. We never got that support. Because when you ask for money, they say it's not in the budget line. So that is the major problem. But anyway, it's said that Total wants to box, but his hands are short. And I can show you on your speaker some of the interventions we've made with our meager resources. About a month ago, the assistant minister mobilized a few resources, went to Riverside County, arrested 6 Chinese and 10 Ghanaians. They were turned over to the Ministry of Justice for prosecution. Earlier on, several other arrests were made. We have made arrests of trucks carrying illicit dredges. With the meager 1.9 million budget, what did I do with it? How much revenue did I raise? I raised upwards of $9 million during this fiscal space. So multiply that. Then run me up to $2 million, for instance. That's all. So and then you multiply the 9 by 2, 80 million.
It was a scene to watch when a 24-th tanker caught a fire at a local gas station at the intersection of Nizo and Somalia Drive. The tanker was believed to have been transporting an unspecified number of gallons of gasoline for distribution. The cause of fire is yet to be established. The high flame also destroyed a mini gas station, including a building owned by the proprietor of the business. Normal traffic activities were partially halted as hundreds of onlookers gathered to have first-hand information relative to the outbreak. As you are watching on your television screens, community residents, including some concerned citizens, had to take risks in preventing the fire from causing further disaster. Well, efforts exerted by KMTV and all local media institutions to claim the attention of the Liberia National Fire Service and other relevant government agencies proved negative. On the scene, KMTV managed to have talked to 2 gentlemen, and this was what they had to say.
No, actually, I can tell you, I say, hi, man, fire care this truck. I don't know.
But what's in the truck?
That gas.
Gas in the truck?
Yes.
Where's the owner?
I don't know. I only see the truck, the fire on it now.
We don't know where the owner gone. Sir, this is KMTV.
Yeah, this is Fode.
Okay, Fode, is this a truck?
No, I'm not a truck. No.
What's happening here?
Well, they're working with off-road gasoline.
Okay.
And for me, I was sitting across the road. I only saw the fire spark. Oh, fire! Myself, I think I see her looking. But I've been fighting to pull the fire off. And then, but then when the fire catch the tango, the tango should have gone in front with the truck, run away with the truck. When he felt scary and left the truck alone, he ran away. You see, this is why the fire followed the truck and nobody wanted to pull the fire. What we're trying to do is to protect the residents. When fire catch you, people property and damage you. So that's what we're here for. So you can see the multitude of people are helping people in process.
So where are the owners?
Yeah, the owners scared. They are ran away. You see, even one tried to come and help us to take the fire. We are being.
They should have called the whole system up on this side. Anyway, to save life, put the system up.
Is current still in the wire?
The current in the wire, still. Current in the wire.
But can you
God mercy.
Can you tell us how this happened?
I said just getting here just about 35 minutes now been here. I only saw the fire because there's my neighbors, that we always come here and share, and share fun. Gaddafi is our brother and the Nigerian guy that got a place here. He's a very good gentleman. Someone who saw the disaster, all out decided to run. And the fire is too much for the citizens. Down to the yellow house that day, they almost catch on fire. China will come for fire service. No way, no fire service. When we drive here, the country is coming serious.
But what's the cause of fire?
That we really go to it.
What's that name?
No one knows what caused the fire.
What's that name, please?
I am Patrick Fire. I am a citizen from Black Sea, district number 3 and 4, 5.
Thank you. If you're just coming out with this, is a reminder that you are watching KMTV News today. It have hours of news presentation breaking unfoldings in Liberia and other parts of our one global village. Stories we are following. The Ministry of Mines and Energy launches what it calls a special mineral task force to curtailing illegal mining activities in the country. 20-footed gas tanker got fire along Somalia Drive, destroys properties. And away from Liberia, for the second time in 4 months, Zimbabwe, authorities raise price of fuel. Keep watching. When we come back from this short break, we'll bring you more development. Welcome back. This is News Today. President George Weah has vowed to do everything in his power to have the CDC-2 candidates elected in the upcoming Montserrat by-elections. Mr. Weah, meanwhile, warned opposition to stay away as he is ready to employ all political tactics for victory. He was speaking when CDC-2 candidates Paulinta Weah and Abu Kamara were presented to the hierarchy of the party on Monday.
If you can hear me across the globe, if you can hear me, whether you in the 15 counties, if you can hear me, start coming. Return to Montserrat County if you're a citizen of Montserrat County. If you in the diaspora, if you belong to Montserrat County, come back. We have to show to the world that Montserrat County. I want all citizens to make sure that the work that the late Senator Benguedio Jadido and the work of the lion, the man named Lion, Ida Lauren, was not going in vain. If you look around Montserrat County, in 12 years, you see nothing. When we came, we gave our friends the leverage to operate smoothly. I advised them before, I will advise them now. I'm saying, let me reiterate. I advised them before, I advise them now. country? Or does it belong to you? So my advice to my friends on the other side, please don't pull food. They did it before, so it's nothing new for them. They did it before and they saw the mighty CDC. Now they come in again, they will see the mighty coalition.
President George, we are there giving some level of optimism about their two candidates being victorious in the upcoming senatorial by-elections. The National Wings of Pastoral Network has stressed the need for dialogue ahead of the Council of Patriarchs planned June 7 demonstration. The National Wings of Pastoral Network is a Christian organization with membership of over 3,000 pastors of the gospel. According to its national chairman, Bishop Sylvester Wallace, the dialogue is aimed at formulating generally accepted strategies aimed at avoiding the recurrence of Liberia's dead past. Bishop Wallace spoke in Pinsville during a news conference.
This peace that we have enjoyed cannot be scattered in the midst of confusion. We therefore want to use this medium to call for a peaceful dialogue, to formulate strategy through which we will converge to save our country from bloodshed. The peace is one of the most valued, it's too costly that anyone cannot purchase. The one we have, we obtain through the grace and mercy of the Almighty God. We call upon all political parties that involved in the peaceful demonstration or peaceful gathering they talk about. Under our law, you have the right to assemble. As Article 17 says, everyone has their own right to assemble. But the National Wings of Success Pastoral Network of Liberia is calling upon a peaceful dialogue. We're calling upon all those that are talking about protest. We are here declaring June 1st at the Centennial Pavilion will be in motion, gathering everyone to honor the voice of 30 neutral bishops around our nation. We are doing the reason we are calling those bishops because they are not part and parcel of any government. The National Wing of Success is calling upon those bishops to come to see and call our sons and daughters who are sitting in the pew that we preach to. They have the reason. We need to call them and get their view.
A local non-for-profit religious organization, Raising Godly Generation, has embarked on a nationwide campaign to teach, rehabilitate, and reincorporate substance users into the society. The group says the alarming rate of crimes attributed to the uses of drugs, mostly by young people, prompted the intervention and the need to bring them to Christ. Rising Godly Generation also told KMTV News it will, in the nearby future, construct a rehabilitation center for those concerned. The executive directress of Rising Godly Generation is Nyankwela Livingstone. Her statement was followed by a member of the group, Moses Lama.
Working with youth and troubled teens that are abusing substances, that don't know what to do with their lives, that are not going to school, people that are creating problems in the community. We are working along with them, teaching them how to seek the kingdom of God and His righteousness. And we are also going to be doing psychosocial counseling for them, renewing their mind, how to think positively, and how to do things to help their own life instead of just sitting in the ghetto and doing nothing. And we know that Liberians are going to live a good life. Liberia will be a job-free country, that our youth will have positive minds and do things that will help their country and themselves. And we are also believing God to have a rehabilitation center where we can keep those youth and train them, because if we are doing the psychosocial counseling and praying along with them, they are still in the communities, it will be very challenging for us.
Trying to get the lost, so we are like going out for those guys who have left home, those guys who society think that they can be of no use. So basically, this is our mission and vision, to see how best society, more of our country, Liberia, be free of crimes. And the only way to do that such is those guys who you find that have been rejected by society. So we feel that bringing them back to society and making them meaningful and giving them their true role to realize their true potential is a factor of a good nation, and it's a factor of raising a golden nation. So we want to see how best we can take those guys from substance users, those substances that like drugs, like cocaine, like marijuana, and to bring them to a place where they are more suitable life in Christ than the life just in our secular.
As a way of helping to improve the health sector of Liberia, Vice President Joe Howard-Taylor has dedicated a CT scan equipment and a modern dentist lab at the E.L.W.A. Hospital in Painesville. The facility, which was constructed on the E.L.W.A. Hospital and the Samaritan Spurs, was dedicated on Saturday, May 18. The Liberian Vice President thanked the management of the two institutions and urged them to continue efforts towards improving the health sector. She also noted that the installation of the CT scan machine is timely in helping to addressing the many challenges the health sector is faced with. VP Howard-Taylor, who deputized for President George Weah, quoted the president as welcoming the gesture, which he described as impactful to the health sector of the country. And now, away from Liberia, for the second time in 4 months, the authorities in Zimbabwe have raised the price of fuel. In January 2019, there were violent protests in the country because cities when petrol prices more than doubled, making them the most expensive in the world. This time around, prices have been hiked by a further 50%. Authorities say they have simply removed fuel subsidies as Zimbabwe struggles to source foreign currency to pay for fuel electricity imports. Honorable folks, we say thanks for your viewing pleasure. We cut down the curtains of news today, but before we go home, here once again the headline. The Ministry of Mines and Energy launches what it calls a special mineral task force to curtail illegal mining activities in the country. 24 gas tanker got fire along Somalia Drive, destroyed properties. And away from Liberia, for the second time in 4 months, Zimbabwe, authorities raised price of the fuel. Thanks for watching. I'm Zach Totia Masheman. Good evening.